All right, thanks. Thank you, Lynn, and welcome everyone. In just a few moments. Okay, there we go. All right, great. So this is going to be a little crazy. So as Lynn mentioned, my name is William Morgan. I'm one of the creators of Linkerd. Hopefully you have heard of it. It's a ServiceMesh. I'm also the CEO of a little company called Buoyant. And since this is the very first time that we're kind of meeting together, I thought I'd start with a fundamental question, which is, does a service mesh actually matter? Right? We're all here in this room, right? Hopefully, right? And the answer, of course, is no, it doesn't matter. So if you want to leave and just enjoy the weather outside, I'm not going to judge you for it. This doesn't matter. Okay. Well, so I'll take a step back, right? It matters a little bit, right? Clearly it matters to you. You paid the big bucks to be here. It matters to me. I'm building a service mesh. My kids' college education is like tied up in this whole thing, you know, so welcome to America. But why does it matter, right? And I think the reason that the service mesh matters, or the way that it matters, is the same way that plumbing matters, right? Which is, plumbing's important. It's super important, right? Because of plumbing, we can build cities and we can live together in a hygienic, you know, way without diseases spreading, and all the economic and cultural benefits of that. Plumbing is important because, not because you know, tubes and pipes and like fluids flowing through them are important, except maybe to a small group of people, but because of what it enables. So I think my question then for the service mesh is, okay, what does the service mesh enable? Right? And the answer that I am going to give may come as a shock, which is, I think what the service mesh fundamentally enables is not about computers or services or meshes or retry policies or whatever. I think it's about human beings, right? I think the service mesh, just like Kubernetes, just like containers, just like everything else in this cloud native ecosystem, is fundamentally a way for allowing human beings to get together and to accomplish a shared purpose. We want to ship software. We want to do it in a way that's fast and reliable. We want to be able to change the software. We want to be able to place all these crazy demands upon it, right? And fundamentally, what the service mesh allows you to do is that, right? But the service mesh is not enough, right? There's a lot more that you need as an engineer when you are trying to maintain a large application in this cloud native context, right? There's some very fundamental questions that the service mesh can't really answer, like who owns this service, right? And if I do a deploy right now, who is that going to affect, right? And what's even like running on my clusters, man, right? The service mesh can answer some of this, but not in a very direct way, and these are very fundamental questions. And that's why today I am very excited to introduce a project that we've been working on called Dive. It's from the same team that brought you Linkerd, and Dive is, so imagine, it's a control plane for your team. Imagine you're doing a Kubernetes deploy. Dive can capture that deploy automatically. It can track it as an event, put it alongside all the context from Kubernetes and from the service mesh. It can place that event in a global timeline of all changes to your infrastructure, whether from automatic or manual sources. It can compile all of that information into a service catalog and a topology that shows you the relationship in real time between all the services and their health. Every service gets a homepage. This is like Facebook for microservices, right? Where you can annotate the service with the runbook and the ownership information. You get a list of all the deployments and where they're running across all your clusters and namespaces, any ongoing and upcoming events. You can even publish SLOs for the service, which Dive will track automatically for you based on real performance, and which will be available to everyone else in your organization, right? But Dive is not just a read-only tool. You can also use it to define policies. Policies in terms of SLOs and people and teams. If you deploy a service that is a dependency of a critical service that is out of SLO, then maybe someone should be notified. Maybe you should request approval from them. I don't know, it's up to you, right? But all of this stuff is fundamentally the sorts of things that Dive can enable. Dive is available in waitlist form only. You only get a waitlist, but we are rolling it out slowly to people. Please go to dive.co and sign up. And so the message I want to leave you with as we enjoy the rest of this conference is, yes, the service mesh does matter, right? It is important, but it's important not because of how it works. It's not important because of what it is. It's important because of what it enables. Thank you very much. My name is William Morgan, and please enjoy the rest of the conference.